Hi guys, today is the 14th of December, so I've been on testosterone now for about 9 weeks, and I figured I would do a quick update because it's been about 2 weeks since my last video. Changes that I've noticed: my voice after the last video went down quite a lot, but in the last couple of days it's gone back up. Not back to what it was before, but it's a bit higher than it was for the last few days, which is a bit frustrating. I just did a voice recording there and compared it back to last week, and it's changed in the way that I didn't want it to, but I don't know, I think it'll probably keep going up and down a bit until it settles at whatever it's going to be in the future. My weight has gone up. I don't know whether it's fat or muscle or what, I don't know, but it's gone up for about a stone since the last time I measured myself, which was, to be fair, about 2 or 3 months ago, so I haven't really been keeping track of that. I don't know, I think I prefer just not to know what I am, but I'm getting stronger. Like I bought a set of dumbbells or something like that from Tesco, just cheap ones, and it's about 10 kilos per dumbbell. And I guess I've just noticed it kind of becoming a lot easier, much more quickly than it used to be to lift weights, which is really nice. And I can do press-ups, which is, I don't know, that's like my standard of how I measure, that's my benchmark. I used to be able to do like 10 press-ups at a time, and I could do maybe 100 press-ups in an evening if I just kind of chilled out between sets, but now I can do about 20 to 25 press-ups and I get that in one go, so that's pretty cool. I noticed that there was some dark hairs coming in on my top lip. From my last video I remembered there was a lot of peach fuzz coming in around here and on my lips around here, but on my top lip, it was actually in my boss's bathroom that I noticed this, because he's got yellow lights that for some reason highlight all your body hairs. It's very lovely. But I noticed there was some darker hairs, just like still peach fuzz but a little bit darker around here, and it was just a little bit longer right at the corners there, so I've ended up shaving all that off because I didn't much like the fuzzy look. I'm passing more. I don't know whether it's because my voice is a bit deeper than it used to be, or if I'm just a bit more confident in how I look and how I act, but that's quite nice. I had to go to court last week, and I passed like consistently the entire time. Usually I'll get a few confused looks, or folk will kind of avoid gendering me until they look at my form. But I was passing through security, no problem. I passed when I was introducing myself to the folk at, I don't know, behind the reception or whatever it is in court when you're going to be a witness, I don't know. And the guy actually had to look down at the form, and he kind of did a double take, and I'm sorry ma'am, and I'm like, no, sir, it's fine. And I kind of explained, because all my forms were still in my old name. But I'm kind of dealing with some fallout from that, because since it was in my old name, and since I used my expenses claim form in my new name with a note from my boss in my new name, they now think I'm two people. So I've had to write a letter to whoever it is that's in charge of handing out expenses, just trying to explain, no, actually I am the same person, and I've already told you this, because I phoned them up and I told them at the place itself, this is my new name, can you please update your records? I told them and they said, yeah, fine. And they haven't, obviously, so that's 60 quid that I'm hoping to get back, since I missed a day of work for that. What else? My period's late. I don't know if it's going to happen or not. After I first started, I had like a kind of weird, not a period, I guess. It was like, my body went, hang on, what's this stuff you're putting in me? No, fuck this. And it was like a kind of quarter nothingness, but after that I kind of had a more regular period, but now it's about 2 weeks late, so I don't know whether it's stopped or whether it's just going to be really irregular from now on. It's a little bit worrying that I can't prepare for it if it does happen, but if it doesn't, then I'll be very, very happy. That's one of the big things. I was hoping that tea would stop, so that'll be good if that's what's happening. Hopefully it's not that at Christmas time it'll be like a fucking bloodbath, because that won't be pleasant at all. What else? Yeah, I kind of feel as if like I've got to prove myself or something like that. I'm trying to figure out how to explain it. It's like I'm going over all the ways in my mind to try and explain to people that I'm not two different people and I'm not trying to like scam them or something on forums when it's got my old name on it and I'm trying to use my new name. Because there's like the court case that happened, a few things have come up that I realise I've either forgotten to tell someone that I've changed my name, or I have told them and it just hasn't gone into the system. So I'm trying not to get concerned about, I don't know, being just folks thinking that I'm trying to cheat them out of something by using two different identities or something like that, because you know the whole identity theft thing is not something that I want associated with. You know, usually as soon as you explain, yeah, I'm transgender, their attitude changes to, oh shit, sorry, I didn't realise that. But when you've got someone that won't pick up their phone and only communicate with you via stern letters and all that, then it's a little bit different trying to put your point across. But you know, as well, when I'm using my ID, I'm still not sure how well I pass, or whether folk see an ID that says James on it and then look at me and think, this isn't James, who are you? You can't have this parcel. But that hasn't happened yet. But like I say, I'm kind of going over it in my head, all the ways to answer that if it does. Which I guess makes it slightly anxiety-ating going out and doing things, because I'm not really sure how I'm seen, but that's just to be expected, I suppose. Something else, I guess. I'm wondering, because I had my first shot of testosterone back at the 12th of October, and then I had another one on the 30th of October. The first one was Sustanon, which is the last 2 weeks. The next one was Nibido, because I wanted the kind of, I wanted the longer lasting, smoother sort of testosterone rather than having to go and get a jag every week or two. But kind of a side effect of that is, since I'm not noticing any big changes happening quickly, which obviously they don't, but since I'm not, I'm wondering whether it's still working or whether it's like tapering out faster than it usually does. Like, is there a way to check that it's still there? But I just have to trust that it's still working. I'm at 50% of the way through the last shot. The next one I'll need to set up an appointment for like the end of January to go and get the next one. But I don't really know how you would tell when it's running out. You know, I like being able to keep track of things. That's why I like computers, like gauges and dials to tell you exactly what's happening and exactly where you are. Like, I could go and get blood tests, but they cost 250 quid a pop, so I can't afford to do that. That was another reason why I wanted to Nibido, because you get one dose, you know how much the dose is, and you know how long it'll last, so that should give you enough information just to kind of to set it up and just let it run, if you know what I mean. But I just have to see what happens, I guess. Since it's the first one, I don't really think it'll fuck much up. But we'll see. I'm still waiting for the NHS to get back to me as well, because since I went private, everything that I've done so far I've paid for, and it's been about almost £1,000 to get this far, just to get onto the first like 2 months of testosterone. But I called up the NHS, and when I signed up in March last year, they told me it was going to be a 10-month waiting list, and now I called them up asking when was my appointment next month, and they said, yeah, actually it's a 12-month waiting list, your appointment's going to be around about March. So I'm still waiting for that. And I got a letter through the post after I'd made that call saying that I had a counsellor's appointment on the 9th of January. And I never asked for a counsellor's appointment. I don't know whether this is like their first appointment and they just lied to me over the phone or what. So I figure I'll need to go along to that, whatever it is. I don't need counselling, I just need hormones. But I figure if I don't go, they'll probably kind of take offence at that or something. Put a check against my name saying, no, you're not serious about it. So I guess I'll have to go along and I'll just ask my questions there. But it just seems like a bit of a waste of time to me. I just need to get into the system. I don't need to waste their time basically. I just need to get in there and get it done with. But that's about all I can think of saying, so I'll see you next time on this video.